Okay, let's go. So a lot of our clients that all not potential clients reach out to us, right? But not all of them book. And one of the reasons is that permanent makeup, it's one of the highest checks from all the beauty industry services. You know, like to book a lash lift, it's easier to book or to sell, let's say, that type of procedure. Permanent makeup, we were actually at the dinner talking yesterday that it takes some trust because it's on your face. It's there for a while. You cannot fix it. So like all these things come into your client's mind before they book, right? So overall, the conversion rate for permanent makeup from a person inquiring to them actually booking is not as high, especially if we don't have like systems in place, right? If we don't incorporate multiple things and take multiple things in consideration. So first of all, you have to, if you want more clients, more people that reach to actually become your clients, you have to start with a mindset shift yourself, right? You have to understand that not every single client is going to be your client. So don't try to win everyone over or be very upset if someone doesn't book with you. I'm not. You know, like not every single client is your ideal client. So it has to be a mindset shift too. In the beginning of my career, I was so upset too. I was like, why? Is there something wrong with me? Is it my English? Like, is it what it is? And because you always start digging in you. And instead of digging in you, try to, again, make the shift and dig into your processes. How do you bring that client? What do you tell them, right? Like, how did they make the decision? Where did they come from? And all of those things. So the mindset is first. And I was even talking with who we were talking, with you, Tracy. Like you said, I'm a beginner. Don't give yourself those tags. That's it. You started, you put your time into it, you practice, you're not a beginner anymore. Don't think that I'm a year in the industry, I'm still new. No. Position yourself as the expert, right? Position yourself because you're learning, you're here, you're continuously learning. So try to take that away and think I'm doing my very best. If I do my very best now, I know that I deserve this, okay? And then the second one would be the pre-consultation system. Like, what do you do before you even interact with a person? Like, do you ask questions? Do you understand? Do you go to the root cause? Like, what do they want, right? Then the consultation framework. Like, what do you do during this consultation, right? Like I remember when in the beginning of my journey here in the US, I was not a new person, like a new artist, but I was new here. And I didn't know the client's mindset, what they want, what they don't want. Like back in Moldova, Russia, we don't talk too much. Like we don't go into, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like we're just doing it, that's it. Like I learned it here that I have to explain everything, that I have to get to the cause of why they want to get this done, you know, and stuff like that. So I learned it here. It was a huge learning curve for me, right? And choosing my words, how to say certain things instead of saying, you know, your brows don't look good. That I would say back in Moldova, you know, and it would be totally fine. Nobody's gonna get hurt, their feelings hurt, but here is different. And then the last one is like how to feel like I'm not selling to anyone. So when I had this problem, at least, you know, I was born in communism. I was raised in communism. It's different there. Money is bad, selling is bad. Like you're a bad person if you know, try to take someone's money. So like I had that in my back. I don't know how, do you relate to that too here? Like selling, like you feel like you're selling, or you're feeling like you're trying to get someone's money. Do you feel it that way or no?
I think I used to, when I used to, but my manager one time told me you can't sell out of your own pocket.
Or like upselling people. Like you think, oh my gosh, she's already paying me 500. I'm trying to like get 1,000 out of her, right? Like something like that. So I try to actually change my mindset and say, I know that I can help this person. So I'm not selling, I'm helping her. Like literally, truly, her brows are gonna look amazing. She's gonna wake up with her eyeliner. She's gonna feel so good, or I can do her lips. So instead of thinking that I'm selling, I always think I am helping this person with my true heart, with the best intentions. So that's the shift. Let's go next. Okay, so When another thing, we need to understand that, we think that clients or people that they are choosing us. In fact, you have to choose your clients. Not every single client. You don't want every single client in your chair, right? So as much as your clients are looking for or choosing you, that's how much you actually audit your clients as well, by asking questions, qualification questions before the consultation, by seeing what are they looking for. Sometimes I could be kind of pretty straightforward and say, is the price the only thing that you care about? If that's the thing, then we're not going to even go further. All right, so if the price is the only factor that matters, just let me know. Is the price the only factor that matters? If it is, then we're not gonna even. And it's so interesting, sometimes I had this situation. It was actually not like a client for procedure, but it was a student. And she said, oh, it's so expensive. And I said, I mean, sometimes you just get to feel who you're talking with. And I said, it's okay. When you're gonna be ready for it, you can reach out to me. She booked it the next day. So another thing, you have to understand how to make a person not doubt you, right? So if a person feels like you really kind of like that relationship with a boyfriend that he doesn't really care about you, but you really want to be with him. So you just hold on that person, and anyway, he's gonna leave, right? He's gonna leave anyway. But versus letting them go, you attract them more, because they're like, wait a minute, she didn't want my money? She didn't, what is happening here? Because not everyone has the same approach. Everyone tries to capture the client, let's say, right? So, yeah. So let's go into a little bit more theory and take pictures. Okay, so the pre-consultation system, what do we do? You need to I'll give you a situation. Let's say you're looking for a hairstylist and you're looking for someone that is more top-notch. You're a little bit more picky. You want a better result. And you're reaching out to someone about your service, and they right away start asking questions. What do you like? How is your hair structure? What is the history of your coloring? And you're like, whoa, this is an amazing approach. She didn't just book me. She actually cared about what happened before, what am I looking for? So when you do consultations or pre-consultations, you have to ask questions, because based on what the person is going to tell you, now you're going to know what to tell them when you close the deal, right? The person can say, I have no eyebrows. So now you know. Or a person can say, I have sparse eyebrows, or I have fillers. So you ask questions. You need to know. The more questions you're going to ask, the higher percentage that you're actually going to have this client booked. Versus if you try to say, okay, when are you ready to book? Or so you have to ask questions. That's number one, right? Another thing, I always ask for a picture. Even though some artists feel like you don't even know that person and you're asking for a picture, I right away ask for a picture with no filter, with no makeup. Because I want to see the skin, and I tell them, I want to see the skin, I want to see what's on your face, so I can already start working before you even booked, right? You can even say it that way. I can already start preparing. So the person will be like, wait a minute, I didn't even book with this person, and she's already putting the time into it. Imagine if you go to, again, just like a hairstylist, because to me, that's my problem. I cannot find a good, I found her finally, but a good hairstylist that is gonna ask for a picture, side pictures and this and that, assess already, tell me what's gonna be best for me and all that, right? Based on my face features, right? Based on even going as deep as seasons. I was teaching in one of my accelerators, the Lash Lips Accelerator, the seasons, how to find out who is a spring, summer, autumn, and winter, right? So even based on that, your color, your hair color, I've never found, if that would be a hairstylist that tells me, hey, I did your assessment. You are an autumn. Colors like this looks best for you. Based on your face features, shapes of the hair like this looks best for you. I will pay her whatever she's gonna say. Like, I'm not gonna even hesitate, right? We don't have that. Do you have that experience with anyone like that? So try to offer an experience where clients understand that you're going so much deeper into what you do versus just like trying to give like maybe like a quick consultation, right? Okay, let's go next. So the intake forms, again, they're meant for you to gather as much information about what is the client looking. And in fact, not only like, I want brows done. Why do you want them done? How do they make you feel? Like, get into the feelings, because honestly, we don't buy with our rational mind. We buy with emotions. So if you know what the client is looking for, I'm looking for convenience. I don't want to wake up. I don't have the time. I'm a busy mom, whatever. Whatever they're going to tell you, you're going to be able to use that at the end and say, hey, once we do the brows, you're going to have, you pretty much tell them what they told you. Like, you reframe exactly what they told you in the beginning of the information that you acquired. So if they say, I cannot apply makeup, then at the end you say, you don't have to anymore. Because it's going to be on your face. You don't have to worry. You don't even have to worry about the maintaining the shape, because it's already there. So if you have like 1-2 hairs around your brows, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think, where's the arch, where's the tail, right? So stuff like that. So listen to what they say and then just tell them exactly the same thing back. It's just reframed. So knowing this information is honestly key. Now, the photo protocol, because sometimes clients, we all know, they send pictures like this of their nostrils, right? So make it like a little bit easier. Maybe send them a picture of, or how to take a picture, like a quick video. Hey, like, can you please send me a picture like this? Like, literally take a video of yourself showing how to take a picture, so then you receive what you're looking for. And we need the picture not only to assess the skin, the hair, what do we want to do, but also you're going to see what we do it for. Oh my God, I still want to push that. Okay, so here's going to be your consultation framework. Like, what do you want the consultation to include and how the flow is happening? First, you're going to connect to your client, right? That's important. Second, you're going to discover what they want, what's important for them. Third is the reveal. Fourth is educate. And fifth is like the close or direct path, like call to action. What are we going to do now? Let's go one by one. So first of all, when you connect to your client, in general, like, I suck with this part. Actually, my husband taught me that. When I get in front of people, I want to bring so much information and value that I forget to introduce myself. Like, I want to know about you. Tell me what's going on. Let me tell you all the information. And he's like, no, it's important for people to also know who you are. But when we're in the consultation, we have to also show our expertise, but not by talking about ourselves so much. I have 17 years of experience, la, 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 la. Let the person talk. When you get on the call, the first thing that you have to do is call them by their name. Like, honestly, I do this. And I do this with like random people. Like, I'm in the grocery store and I loved how they packed. I look at her name and I say, thank you, Anna. And she's like, she looks at me right away, because not so many people do that. Not so many people tell your name. And for the person, psychology, like, if you remember their name, like, you win them over just with that. Even if your brows are not maybe like as perfect as the other person that just has so much ego and they're all about themselves, they're going to still come to you. Trust me, because you put them at the pedestal. They're important to you, and I feel like they're the only person on earth. And I try to remember at consultations or at appointments, I try to remember little things. If they tell me their birthday, I write it down after the procedure. If they tell me they have a wedding, I will message the day before. If they tell me they open the studio, I want to see the picture. If they tell me, like, whatever they tell me, and try to gather that information. So when you're having a consultation, why are you doing it? Do you have any events? Oh, it's my like right now in April coming up is one of my clients' son's wedding, and she got all of her procedures done for this event. So I'm gonna message her and be like, hey, I just wish you an amazing, like, send me a picture, this and that. So when you want to price your procedure on a higher level, then of course you need to do things that other people don't, right? So if you don't want to be like average and just try to gather your clients by competing in price, try to compete in like what service and the quality of the service what experience are you offering them. So that's when you can charge a higher price and not be afraid that people are not going to come to you, right? Because people are going to rave about you. Like I built my whole business without a business card, like literally. I had that one time, my client's husband came in and he said, I want to buy a gift card. Do you have any gift cards? And I was like, oh shit, I don't. So I felt ashamed, but I was like, that's how I built my business. On a little whatever note, I wrote, gift card for this person for $900 by my hand, whatever, So I build my business more on like how special I try to make my clients feel. And I don't only do it for the money. I truly do it because I truly love it. I love the transformations that I can make for them and stuff. Okay, so don't do it just because you want to just sell, because people can read through that too. So if they feel like you're genuinely, and I always receive that after conferences, they're like, you're so real. You're so like down to earth, humble. I'm like, really? Okay, thanks God, because I could show that, right? Like my intentions. Okay. Now discovering, I already kind of mentioned, discover, ask questions, let them speak, let them talk, don't interrupt. That's another thing. I mean, sometimes I have that. I'm like so excited that like I try not to, I hear something and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, zip it, let them talk. Because when people feel heard, like just again, imagine yourself, you go to get a service done that is super important for you. Like, I don't know, like lip filler. And you're like so scared and you want it the right way. And the person lets you talk and tell what's important for you. I don't want it here, I want it here, I want it like this, they don't interrupt you, they just let you go for it. How would you feel? You'd be like, wow, she literally listened to me and she takes in consideration what I want. That's the same thing. And again, tap into emotions. Don't be afraid. Ask, how does this make you feel? Like, please tell me, open up to me. Because the more the person is going to open up to you, you're going to go from maybe 10 to 20% closing rate, to about 50%, which is super high. Like in normal day-to-day business life, 10% closing rate, that's like 5 is okay, 10 is amazing. If you go to 50, you're the best. You did everything possible. So yeah, and another thing, it's important to, when you do the consultations, like look into your numbers too. How many people inquired, how many people got to the consultation, how many people actually booked. So then knowing your numbers, diving into your numbers is going to tell you where you have to improve as well. So if people, like let's say 10 people inquired, only 3 people came to the consultation, like, okay, what am I doing wrong that people don't show up to the consultation, or they don't want to book the consultation? Maybe it's my wording, maybe it's my timing, maybe it's like, it could be so many things. And by changing and reframing the phrase on how you say it. Try to show the benefit of doing the consultation. You can say, you don't have to come in person. I really appreciate your time. So I have the consultations all online. We can do it through a 10-minute call. I can show you answer all your questions. So you don't have to drive. It's going to be less than you driving here. Boom. Right? Like, depending on how you say it versus say, no, in order to book, you have to go through consultation. I mean, who's going to book a consultation if you say it that way? So it depends on how you say things. Okay, the reveal. This is one of my favorite parts because, again, if I would book a lip filler, I'm like so scared. I really want it, but I'm scared. If I would book it, and if during the consultation she pulls up my face with different filler options in my lips, guess where am I going to go? I'm going to go to her, even if she's the most expensive, because she prepared. So you need the face picture because you're going to take Procreate, you're going to draw their brows, you're going to draw in different ways, thinner, thicker, different colors, and show it to them during the consultation. Hey, I've already prepared for you. I've drawn yesterday on your face to show you what we can do. So then we can come together to a common whatever, like what you want to do, so I understand even better before you even come. So showing your expertise, it's very important. Like, I will tell you from my actual experience. I have a dentist here in Salish, super expensive. And I went to her and I realized I'm like, also, like, I am the worst client, I realize. But I like clients like me, because I ask questions, I'm picky, I know what I want, I research, and bullshit with me doesn't go very far. You know, like little shiny stuff, no. I want the real fact, the deals. So I go to her, and we did this, and I was like, okay. And she also educated me, okay. She told me one thing, Christina, your front teeth, because the location, this one is gonna, through time, is gonna start thinning your front tooth, and it's gonna chip. And who tells you that, right? Like, you go and people just like want your money, tell you right away how much it's gonna cost and this and that. And now, guess who am I gonna go to? Only her, because she showed me that she's the freaking expert and she learns all the time. I follow her on Instagram, only her. Only her. Okay, and here's your education part. So you're gonna show, we can use this pigment, this type. Don't go too much into the needles and stuff, because that's like blank information for your clients. But you can say things like, I've analyzed your skin, and for this type of skin, I would consider doing this. It's gonna last this much. Like, you can show your expertise in this part, that you know how to do it, and nobody else is gonna be as good as you, right? So educate. And the last one is gonna be the direct path, like, now you're leading towards booking the when would they want done? Like, let's create a plan. What are we going to do now? When is the time that you want to come? Let's do a booking fee down right now, because later on everyone is busy. So if you are able, and that would be your goal, to get the booking fee right then. Make it easy. Maybe send a link, maybe take a card. The easier you're going to make the process of a person paying you, less friction, less time to think too much and overthink and say no later on. So try to get it right then, because the whole purpose of the consultation leads to this action, right? To book, and to book it now. Of course, don't be like super pushy. Some people need time to think, and that's okay. But here's what you do, right? Like, you are going to also follow up, like just Michelle said, put yourself some, use a CRM system, put all your clients in there, put reminders like every other day, let's say, follow up, because in the follow up, that's where the money are also at. So if that dentist, if her office, they call me periodically, if they wouldn't do that, I would just forget. And sometimes we forget that we actually need it, right? Like, do you find yourself that, right? Like if someone will have, oh yeah, like yeah, I want to book that. I was putting it off for so long, right? So, when we do the Procreate, again, the clients are going to see that you're the person. Like if I would go to a hairstylist and she would pull different hairstyles for me, different cuts, different hair colors, I would be in awe that she did that preparation before I even gave her $1, right? And be like, okay, take my money. Huh? Right? So I would love you to incorporate that. So if you don't use Procreate, please dive into it. And then handling objections. I'm not sure if I need it. I'm scared. Maybe it's not this time. So try to, try to get prepared for stuff like that. So try to have that in front of you, and if they say something, then you have a response right away. You're not like being blocked and you're like, wait, what do I say now? If she says too expensive, like what do I say? Sometimes, you have to have different objections, different responses for the same objection. Because different things are going to trigger different people, right? Sometimes they say, yeah, it is expensive. I would agree with you because that's on your face, and then you go on and on and on. And remember, people remember the last thing that you said, right? So you can go into breaking down into months. I sometimes breaking down and say, hey, it's only literally $30 a month. Can you believe that? Yeah, like it sums up, but however. And then prepare what options you can offer for this objections. Like it's too expensive. I have payment options. Or is this, I have this. Or, oh, you're booked too far. Like you can book a Saturday and Sunday plus a convenience fee. Like try to see also when you do this consultation, always record them without the person maybe knowing, so then you can analyze too. How was the flow of the consultation? What did the client say? And then what other clients say, and write it down. So then you can prepare for what different situations appear. That's another. I know that I actually hate watching my own presentations like this, because I'll always see something that I could have done better. But that's, you need to get, just like Amanda said, you need to get yourself uncomfortable by doing that. So by doing those things, you improve at your next one. And then you watch the next one and then you improve. So that's how the little transition of you becoming better. I remember when I went on the stage the first time, girls, my legs were shaking, literally my stomach was shaking. I couldn't get one word out of my mouth because I had a freaking stone in here. And I was like, what do I do now? So I got everyone up and I made them hug and dance and everything while my freaking nerves calmed down. And I had that 5 minutes to push the stone through, right? So again, it's not going to maybe your first consultation is not going to maybe go as flow as possible, but another thing, you can put your partner in front of you and act as they're the biggest client and rehearse. That's another way of preparation. Rehearse, tell them to be oh no, it's too expensive, and then you respond. So you prepare yourself for situations like that, and then all of a sudden starts becoming so smooth. But I would say incorporating this type of consultations is really important, because nowadays the industry is changing. Clients are pickier. Clients had a bad experience. They learned from their friends. Blue eyebrows, microbladed eyebrows, la 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 la, right? So the customers are different than they were 5 years ago or 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you posted a before and after, and everyone wanted to work with you. Nowadays, you post it before and after, and you don't have the same reaction, because again, customers learned throughout the years, and they're more picky and they're more selective. And if they see a totally different approach, guess where they're gonna go? Do you like it? Do you like it?
I like it.
Okay, let's take a picture of this checklist. Overall, are they gonna have these presentations? This presentation?
I'm gonna try.
I'll be totally fine if you have it, so then you can go. But if you took pictures, please post them on Instagram. Tag 5-star brows. I'd be so happy. Okay, and another thing, super important. Don't be oh, she said no. Follow up anyway. follow up anyway. You know, I like to learn from corporations. So I reached out to this insurance agent, and I tried to say no every time to see what she's gonna say. What is their framework? How do they word things? And I write it all down. Because I want to know how do they do that, because in big corporations, of course, they have better systems, they have better data, they have analysis. You know, it's not one person business, right? So I always analyzed how she, and then every other day she'd be like, hey, by the way, we have this and this and this. So she always gets me back to her. I always think about, if I would think about insurance, it would be that person, because she's always reminding me about herself. So don't try to feel and don't put it personal. Oh, I'm annoying. No, the more you're gonna remind about yourself, the better. The follow-up is the queen and the king, right? So this is the whole system. This is what you have to do and incorporate. And I'm gonna have a little plan at the end for you to do at least one thing, because we all know once the event is done, you're going to learn so many things. And instead of being overwhelming with everything, what I would suggest, every single presenter, every single speaker, put one little thing that you're going to do, not 10. Because if you go home with 10, 20, 30 to-do lists, you're gonna do none. But if you tell your brain, look, I'm gonna do this little thing. I'm gonna read that book. I'm gonna start doing the consultations, or I'm gonna incorporate at least one little thing. That's where the change actually happens. So that's what I want you to do, right? Do one little thing at a time. Be the turtle. Because usually squirrels end up under the car, right? And die, because they run this way and then they freaking run the opposite way, and you're too late. What in the world? So let's be the turtles, not to run too fast, and take one little step at a time, okay? I really would love you to show your expertise to your clients, to show that you are the unique one, you are the one that they actually want, but also qualify your client too, right? So you don't want every single client. You want the clients that are perfect for you. But in order for them to understand that you are the perfect for them, you need to show them that through a system in place and understanding what you need to do step by step. I think we're going to do that later on, right?
Yeah, we'll do that after lunch.
Yeah.
Because we have a blueprint that we're going to also do. So we'll have
Yeah.
some questions.
Here you go.
Just time for questions with Christina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. I hope it was good information, and you're gonna actually go home and do it. Yeah? Okay. Even if 2 clients, 3 clients extra book with you just because you introduced this is already worth it. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go to lunch.
I love it. Do more time together, but life is so freaking busy. But we need to go to the World Springs. Go to the first floor, by the way. It's clean. First floor.
I don't know why I was
I love salad.